Hey girl, hey.
Hey girl, hey. I'm so excited.
Welcome back to the
nervous.
Has it been 2 months since
No.
we filmed the normal episode, the first episode? No.
I want everybody to know that the millisecond that we realized that we stated the time of day of year,
Oh yeah.
that we were like, we need to never do this again. So as I say that, it's September 1st. Happy September 1st
at 3:19 p.m. to be exact.
And we're so
We're not
happy
gonna
to be
post this
back.
until Halloween now.
Christmas if we're very lucky.
Dude, it's gonna take us so long to get through.
No. Oh.
Welcome back to the pod. We have so many fans.
We have so many fans.
So
oh
many
my
fans.
god. Oh my god. But before we even get into that.
Yeah.
I'm Leia.
I'm Abby.
And this is Yap24, a podcast where we are watching all of the A24 movies in theatrical release order and quite literally yapping about them.
Quite literally yapping about them. Yeah.
And that's yap on yap.
Yeah.
Right. So I would love to introduce for you guys to get a little hook, line, and sinker. Abby, could you tell me what our movie is today?
Thank you so much for asking, Leia. This one is called Ginger and Rosa, starring Elle Fanning. Elle Fanning. Love Elle Fanning. Big fan of her sister, Dakota. Have you seen The Cat in the Hat?
That is actually a rewatch I would love to do.
Oh my god. Dude, I saw a TikTok that was literally, like, somebody said, it was, like, person dressed up as a full, like, Cat in the Hat.
Wait, really?
And they were, like, it
like
was,
in
like,
the first
they were, like,
and
in
everything?
the dark in their kitchen, and they were dancing, and it looked like a night terror. And so one of the top comments was, I wish I could send this to my ex because they had a really big fear of Cat in the Hat. Anyways, starring Elle Fanning and Alice Englert. Never heard of her.
I looked her up. I didn't really see a lot of other things she did that I
Never heard of her. I'm going to keep going on the cast real quick. With the bigger names. Other people I don't really know.
Bigger name.
Oliver Platt, who, we'll get into this, but he's Uncle from The Bear. Did you notice that?
I didn't even, like, put that together.
He's Mark too.
Yeah.
And, oh my god, I've been in my notes, it's Annette Bening's in it, but I had been calling her Michelle Pfeiffer in my notes while watching the movie.
Aww,
I was like, is that Michelle Pfeiffer?
We love Michelle Pfeiffer.
And then the guy who plays, I think this is Timothy Spall, Wormtail from Harry Potter is in it. And then the rest of people I don't really know.
Yeah, the people who did pop up, I was very shocked.
Yeah, whenever Wormtail came up, I was like, holy shit, is he going to turn into the fucking rat from Harry Potter? Directed by and written by Sally Potter. Never heard of her before.
First woman director on the pod. My fun little tidbit of research I would like to add is that I did look up good old Sally.
Yeah.
And I do have to say there was not much to report.
Yeah.
It looks like she has been doing some other TV shows and some movies, but I'm not gonna lie, Sally, kind of sad that this is all we have to judge you on, and I do have a lot of words to say.
Yeah. Believe me, we'll get in.
We'll get into it.
Yeah, today's episode is Ginger and Rosa. Should we just go into the plot? Because here's the thing. Let's get into the critiques that people have been giving us.
Yes, which again, fans.
Which again, yes.
Really, thank you. We asked you last week.
Yes.
You're back.
We would appreciate all the comments, what you guys think. We're going to be opening a P.O. box soon.
You can handwrite
for people
letters
who want the handwritten critiques.
You can annotate. Actually, we're going to get a Frame.io account where we're going to upload our videos to that you guys can go frame by frame and leave us exact notes on what we can do better. And that'll be up probably by January.
Can you imagine?
I know 2.5 people.
Hey, at the 5-minute mark, you guys laughed so hard the mics peaked so loud that I had to take out my headphones. Hey, could we go back and post and, like, actually change something? Anyways, we're in a car today. filming. We're changing up the location almost probably every time.
Yeah, because it's for a movie.
The movie. So,
keep it on your toes.
I do want to preface that this is a spoiler podcast. We're gonna spoil a lot of stuff. If you don't watch the movie and you end up watching this and you're like, fuck, like
I never knew this
I
happened.
didn't want to know that. I hadn't watched it yet. Here's your warning that it is quite literally, spoiler. If we ever had a legal battle with you, this is our safety net of us saying that it is spoiler.
If you want to sue us.
If you want to sue us, this is a spoiler podcast. You can't. Like, we have liability. Anyways, I'm wearing the most fluorescent orange shirt possible because once again, the title is Ginger and Rosa. So I thought it was...
I think that's beautiful. Yeah. I chose a black little crop top for our spoiler slut of a Rosa. Slut of a Rosa.
We'll get into it.
So yeah, I picked like a cunty little. Can I say that? Outfit.
No, cunt. We own the word cunt now. We own cunt now.
What were we saying about Rosa?
Is it mean to call her a slut?
Directly in the movie someone does refer to her.
The mom refers to...
Matt refers to her as a slut.
Yes.
So I say it in that context. Me as a person, I think she's just a girly hustling.
Dude.
We'll get into it.
We will get into it.
But what do we...
Should we popcorn read? We're going to popcorn read the plot because that was a big critique from a lot of people that they would hit us up and they were like, I don't even know what the movie was about.
This is for you.
This is for everybody who said they didn't know what the last movie was about. Because here's the thing. I don't even understand what Inside the Mind of Charles Swan III was about. And that's what it is.
We watched that movie and we did that podcast how many months ago and I still can't
I couldn't tell you what it was about. Yeah. Okay, so I think we'll just go by paragraph.
I would love that.
Yeah. Okay, I'll go first. Okay. Oh, how the fuck do you say her name? Anushka. Okay. Nat and Anushka give birth as they hold hands to two girls named Ginger and Rosa. Ginger and Rosa...
I forgot about this entire part of the movie. Go ahead.
Ginger and Rosa grow to become best friends, and by 1962, the two are inseparable. Ginger is a compassionate girl with a desire to help the world, and Rosa is a passionate young girl with a wild and an almost ungovernable personality. After hearing about the Cuban Missile Crisis on the radio... Pause. They say missile because they're British.
Missile.
Should we do the rest in British? Ginger becomes interested in the anti-nuclear movement. She voices her concerns about the dangers of nuclear devastation to Rosa, who attempts to ossuage her concerns by taking her to church. Ginger finds validation in her concerns through a group of older activists consisting of Mark 1. The marks are so funny.
I can't wait to tell you how much I
consisting of Mark 1, portrayed by Timothy Spall, Wormtail. Mark 2, portrayed by Oliver Platt, Uncle from The Bear. And Bella, Annette Bening, aka I've been calling her Michelle Pfeiffer in my notes. Popcorn, Leia.
Oh my god, me? Okay. An argument over dinner leads to Roland and Nat separating. Soon after, Ginger discovers her mother has been asking the school to have more domestic science courses so that Ginger is more prepared for life than she had been, aka she wants her heart to take home ec. When Ginger discovers this, she's outraged. She tells her mother she will never have children. Ginger moves out and begins a life with her father, who has started a relationship with Rosa. I feel like they're 13 in this movie. We're going to talk about it. Yeah. I think they're 13. Ginger is deeply disturbed when she finds out even more so after Rosa tells her she thinks she's pregnant with her father's child. Ginger's devastated, fucking obviously, and runs to a protest rally where she's arrested. Dun, dun, dun. Popcorn. Abby.
Oh my god. After. That's mean. I'm sorry. That's mean.
I have fully been that person, so I give you permission.
After being questioned by a psychiatrist, and that which pause, the questioning was literally 1 second.
It was
and then returning home, Ginger feverishly voices her concerns about the end of the world. Who doesn't? However,
1962.
Ginger's frantic worries about the world are a front for her anxiety caused by Roland, her father, and Rosa's relationship. Ginger blurts out the truth of an affair, leading to a devastated Nat.
I just want
Beat his
everyone
ass,
to
Nat.
clarify. I just want you all to know that this is the main character.
Yes.
Her best friend is sleeping with the main character's father. They're like 13.
Yeah.
And
they're not really 13.
Basically.
They're like I would say 16, 17.
Are they in high school?
Well, they're British, so like I'm pretty sure like 16 is like whenever they're about to be done with school. I'm pretty sure, and they go to
really? They go to uni.
They go to uni.
Oh, I'm buzzing.
But yeah, it's their childhood best friends, and yeah, her mom and dad separate, and she doesn't call her dad. She calls him Roland.
No, calls him. They call both of the parents by name, and I do. Hey, Brian and Joanne, I do that to you guys, but like it was weird in a movie.
Yeah. Rosa and her mother arrive. And after seeing Rosa clutch her stomach, Nat deduces that she's pregnant and runs upstairs. Ginger and Mark quickly follow her, only to find the door is locked. They call Roland, who breaks the door in, and they find that Nat, though still conscious, has taken an overdose.
Which I could not tell what her overdose was.
I think she just had a bunch of was it
pills?
Medicine bottles.
Oh, okay.
Nat is rushed to hospital. Because they say hospital, they don't say the hospital in England. Don't know why. I've never learned why. And Rosa pleads Ginger to forgive her. Not the time. My mom is dying.
It was literally she's
Not
running. She's running out.
She's running to call an ambulance, and Rosa's like, "Forgive me." And literally, Ginger looks at her and she's like, "Dude, my mom is dying. Not the fucking time."
Dying. Can you get your pregnant ass out of the way?
Popcorn. I guess popcorn layer.
As Roland and Ginger wait for Nat in the hospital, Ginger writes a letter to Rosa in the form of a poem because she's a poet.
She's a poet. She says it 7,000 times in this movie.
She even has the iconic coffee scene where she is.
Oh my god!
She's at the coffee shop writing poetry. In it, she discusses their friendship and differing outlooks, pointing to that Rosa dreams of everlasting love, while Ginger loves this world. Mic drop. The poem ends on a hopeful note. Ginger tells Rosa that if everything works out, meaning I guess that if her mom lives and she's not pregnant, then there will be nothing to forgive, but she'll forgive her anyway. Roland apologizes to Ginger, but she turns away from him and continues to write. Cut to black.
Yeah, and that is the description of the movie. So if anybody says they don't know what this movie was about, rewatch the last 3 minutes.
Our source is Wikipedia.
Our source is Wikipedia. So, take that as you will.
So now that we know what we're going to talk about later, I kind of want to catch up with you first.
I do. I think, yes. Obviously, Yap24, it's in the name. We yap. We gave you the plot. We gave you a little teaser. Mm-hmm. So stick around for our thoughts about that. But first...
But you got to hear about our personal lives, because that's why we dragged you here.
Exactly. I agree. What you been up to? Tell me everything.
Oh my god, I can't
Oh my god, do we talk about the
We
job?
can a little, I think. We a little, like, conspicuously.
Okay.
Conspicuous.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey! Hi! Oh my god, what are you doing here? In the back of your car?
in a parking lot in our nearby neighborhood.
By a church by my old house.
So things I've been up to lately. It's yap time.
It's yap time. Laptop's closed.
So yeah, let's get these notes out of here. So I have been working like a crazy woman.
Yeah.
I was working on a little job as a production coordinator recently on a commercial, and I got Abby roped Abby into that one.
Got that bag,
and it was crazy. it was a lot.
Yeah.
Big brand.
Big brand, yeah. I guess not name drop.
Crazy things for this job. When the ad comes out, I can't wait to talk about it.
Dude, I cannot wait.
It'll probably be sooner than later, because the sport starts soon.
Wonder what you're talking about. I wonder what sport. What sport's starting up soon?
It is December. It's September.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, but that was nuts. And we experienced that together.
Whenever the commercial comes out during that episode, we should play it.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that would be really funny.
I would love to do that.
We go, and we have a word from our sponsor.
It was nuts. It was crazy. It was only 2 weeks and felt very much longer.
It actually felt like a 6-month long project put into 2 weeks.
It was nuts.
It was really honestly crazy.
I'm happy that's over. I don't know about you.
I am too. Yes.
But in between that, I have been cleaning around the house.
Yeah.
Finally went through the stuff underneath my bathroom counter, and I've got to say, I do feel like a trooper for doing that. I went through each drawer. I went underneath the sink. I made a box for donation.
Wow.
It's almost as if I would have taken Adderall that day, but I didn't.
Dude, the way in which underneath my bathroom sink is it's
scary.
like one of those classics where I'm putting something in and I'm quickly shutting the door so it doesn't fall out.
You're the infomercial of the woman putting away all the
Tupperware.
The Tupperware, and it just falls.
Dude, no, I'm like, whoever opens it next, it's not my problem. And it's most likely
you.
It's me.
It's always you.
Nice.
In other news, I know the little.
I never noticed that we have our personal AC back here.
Oh yeah. Jude has everything. Jude, this is. I guess I should introduce you guys while we're here. Our location today is Jude the Jeep. She is my
Jeep.
car.
I always call her Judy. I think
love her.
I didn't realize her name was Jude.
Her name's just Jude, but she goes by anything.
I've been calling her Judy.
She answers to Judy. I know at the beginning Bryce and I were going back and forth between Jude and Judas, but I just Jude was the first name that got to my head, and I was like, this is it.
Hey, Jude.
Hey, Jude. So I love her. We're here with her today.
Yes. No, you go.
Another fun life update I would like to share on the pod is so funny thing about me this past year, and I can say it because it's legally been changed, so nobody can get me. But my car really needed inspected real bad. it was so it might have been due in April, and it's the inspection first and emission. But anyway, so those things.
Did you get a ticket? You haven't gotten pulled. Did you get a ticket? Oh my god, you got a ticket?
No.
You didn't get pulled over.
Nothing happened to me.
That's really crazy.
So anyway, but because there was all this stupid shit of in December I cracked my windshield. This is really fun for me. I did it. I did that shit. I was changing my windshield wipers. I'll own up to it on the pod. I'm an honest woman. I fully cracked that shit.
Did you file an insurance claim?
I did.
I don't know if we should admit that was you.
No, they know. It's
me.
Okay.
Oh,
not me being like them.
Not me being like, let's cover up your insurance fraud. Edit that out.
Omit that. We'll just put dancing music or something.
The big the
music. So yeah, the windshield had to get replaced. That took a long time, and then I was driving, and a little deer gave me a little kiss on the wrong way. Everything's okay, I think, but the car just got fixed again. So she's literally. I say all of that to say that she's now back at it.
Yeah,
she's 100%.
Did you detail her yourself?
I did not.
You got it professionally cleaned.
So I didn't. I went to which. I would love to know if this is a common experience, because Bryce said that it is, but I don't I was shocked, but I don't have a lot of car detailing car auto body experience, but I had to go and get like the exterior part of the car worked on, because it was I had a light that popped out, remember, and then like a piece of plastic got kind of off, so I had to get like rewiring or whatever, whatever the nice mechanics did, and yeah, I came back and they cleaned my car.
Wow.
I did pay $1 trillion.
Yeah.
And I still want to look if I pay for it, but I did get my car detailed. They did do it for me. So it's ready and nice for the pod today.
It was beautiful, yeah. Love that.
And I feel like I've been kind of yapping.
Is that all you've been doing? That's all you've been
I don't know. It hasn't been too crazy in my life, because it's just been it's been that job.
Right.
Which thankfully, everyone, I will be able to not file for bankruptcy for a little bit, because I have more work coming in, I think.
Let's go. Were you actually going to file for bankruptcy?
No, but I probably should.
I mean, like, being like, pause. You're like, let's get real.
I probably... No, I'm not.
I wonder if I could. That's a good idea.
That's a good...
Anyways.
Okay, I'm going to look into that. Because clearly I feel like filing for bankruptcy might be easier than filling out the unemployment.
I have to do that today.
Your alarm went off last time. Did you never do it?
No, I did. Yeah, I'm saying Sunday's the day that you file. Yeah,
I really need to get on that. Anyway,
because I've been working, I haven't gotten it because I'm gonna get paid by, I can't say who.
By
beep.
No one's talking about that. It's just
even though I haven't gotten paid by him,
and I don't think we're ever gonna. No, we're gonna. We have to.
I think Leia is being a real trooper today right now, because one thing about Leia is she like is like a plant. She like photosynthesizes.
I love the sun. I love being outside.
She loves being 1,000,000 degrees. And here's the thing, she loves a natural breeze, and my body doesn't. And she's being a real trooper today for me, having this artificial air blowing.
And I would do nothing more. Like, I'm so happy to commit this service.
And you're probably so chilly. And I really appreciate it, but I'm still somehow so hot.
Well, I can turn it up.
No. I'm good now.
Here, I'm going to put all of it on you then.
Because setting up today's episode has been... It was a little bit of an ordeal, but we figured it out.
Crazy.
We were trying to film in front of a park, and there was somebody. So here's the thing: it is Labor Day weekend. We happened to forget about that.
We had something for holidays for this podcast. We had the 4th of July weekend was first episode.
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
Labor Day weekend. And
we
only film on holidays? Is that all we do?
We film a Thanksgiving episode.
I already have such a good Thanksgiving episode planned. You don't even know.
But we tried to film in front of this like parky area, and there was obviously it's Labor Day, so somebody was grilling, and they were jamming to SZA, and there was also some arguments happening. So we were like, I think we should move, and so we decided to move. And some lore about me is I volunteer with a cat shelter, and so we're driving away. Oakland TNR. And sometimes catcall rescues. They kind of combine. But donate
to Margarita's life.
Donate to my foster cat Margarita to save her freaking life.
You gotta save Margarita.
You guys are terrible people. No, I'm just kidding. But
write it off on your taxes.
What the hell, man? But we were driving away, and of course, I am like a magnet to cats. I feel like anybody who's with me, or if I'm just by myself, I always find a cat. There was 2 orange cats. And then one from a bush that ran away. So 3 cats in total.
They're really freaking cute.
One of them was like injured, and I couldn't get it. It was under somebody's porch, but that happened. And then we tried to go to another area that was like, it was calling to us to film there, absolutely calling to us. And something about us is that we need the tiniest bit of Wi-Fi. We need the tiniest bit of service.
We need to be able to look like girls are curious.
We're just a girl. We're just girls.
We're just a girl.
We're just a girl.
We're just a girl and a they.
We're just girls, and we need a little bit of like Wi-Fi to look up some stuff.
To Wikipedia.
We wouldn't have been able to read that if we didn't have a little bit of Wi-Fi. So we had to go to location 3, which is
always the scariest one.
This is the scariest one?
Wait, what? I don't know why. I just immediately was referencing like the John Mulaney skit of where he's like a third location. You never get to a third location. Abandoned churches.
We're at an abandoned church that is by my old house.
Look it up.
Look it up. Here's my address. But they go to church in the movie, so we thought that would be a good.
We thought it was very
Leia's idea.
It's a process of us together. Oh. What have you been up to? You've been quiet.
Yes. Okay.
What are you talking about?
What have I been up to? Big news, guys. Big news.
These shoes are really good, by the way.
These are from Depop. They have a weird.
Depop.
Yeah, they have a weird squeak in one of the heels.
No, but they're so cute.
They're Reeboks, guys. I don't know if they're in the frame, but
I brought
Reeboks.
a really good shoe today.
I want
Barbie shoe.
Love the Barbie. I'm really upset that I didn't get those.
You still can. I think
they sell them anymore.
No, they stopped selling the Barbie stuff.
I feel like they did. Yeah, I feel like they sold out and they stopped. Barbie, dude. I wish we had the podcast during Barbenheimer. Wow, that would have been I feel like we had talked about it. And we
literally. So some more you need to know about us is we talked about creating this podcast and doing this podcast for quite some time before we actually filmed the first episode. So there's to me like this podcast is already like 4 years.
No, it is. It really is.
But now we're in action, baby. What have you been up to?
Big news. I got a new computer, guys. It's a spaceship.
Wait, put the hey. Oh yeah, I'm editing this one. Hey Leia, put like the laugh clap here. Okay.
So Kyler, my boyfriend, he works for this tech YouTuber, and I had been trying to get him to buy me a computer.
Kyler, shout us out.
For the longest time. Kyler, shout us out, yeah. I've been trying to get him to buy me a computer for a long time because I used to work for him. And homie has money. But he wouldn't.
Right.
And I had a Best Buy credit card. So I am in credit card debt. But now I have a new computer that can actually handle Premiere Pro.
And can handle the pod, man.
It can handle the pod, and it doesn't explode, and it doesn't take 7,000 years for it to load, just like iPhone footage.
I couldn't be like, I'm just so happy.
Here she is in her
This
glory.
is an amazing thing. I think this is a really big chapter for you in life.
It really is. This my computer. One thing about me is I don't really make a lot of big girl purchases.
Mm-mm.
Oh, what happened here?
It's scary. Oh, it's okay. She comes right off.
Is that normal? Yeah. Okay. I don't make a lot of big girl purchases. This is probably the biggest girl purchase I think I've ever made in a while.
I'm so proud of you.
My last computer, I got it. It was a 2015 MacBook Pro. I got it when I graduated high school.
Me trying to see if we're still recording.
I hope
we are. I think.
Fingers crossed. We have to. We an hour later. We're like, oh,
we go.
We have to. We an hour later. We're like, oh,
we go.
Ooh, take two. Take two.
Could you
we go.
through this again?
So what did you do? I don't. My last computer. Sorry. Yes. I got it whenever I graduated high school with my grandfather. He gave all of his grandkids like a money thing.
Oh yeah, like a bond or whatever.
Bond. Yeah. It was $1,000. And and I got a MacBook Pro. Got me through college. Got me through, and it was 9 years old.
She's a trooper. She was beautiful. Is she still around?
She is still around. She still works, but she's like so freaking slow. Yeah. And I needed it. I think the job that we worked really showed me that I needed it. Yeah,
because we both were working in for this commercial, like for the office. So you're doing constant like emails, website, Dropbox, like all of this stuff.
I realized how bad my computer was. And so that was probably the biggest thing that happened. Then we worked on that job, and
so okay, we lived every second together on that job.
We did.
And when the commercial comes out, you then will also live some of the seconds of that job with us.
And the thing is, we didn't sign an NDA.
We didn't.
We could talk about it.
That is true.
At least I didn't sign it.
I didn't sign an NDA. I asked the company, and they said they.
Here's the thing. I'll give you guys a little hint. It has something to do with tacos, and I don't think I'll eat another taco for at least a few months now because of it. So that's a sneak peek for that. But we did like I'm not even exaggerating. So many 3,000 taco shells to be exact,
and that's not a bit.
And also like the waste of food of those 3,000 taco shells is really, really insane. So we did that job, and then
what happened after?
I slept like for the whole day after we were done, and then I cleaned up our house too. And we have foster cats. So here's the thing. It's a lot right now. I have 7 cats in my house right now.
I thought for a second I thought you were gonna say more, Liz. I knew it's been 7, but I'm at
max capacity, and 2 of them are probably gonna go to Petco soon. Because like they could easily get it. So I have 4 fosters, and I have 3 of my own personal cats. My 3 baby girls.
We love the girlies.
I don't know if I brought it up last week or last podcast. I say last week.
We did. It was last week. Oh my god! Wait, for our YouTube listeners, wait. Go ahead. Talk about intro. Talk about the cats. Ready?
Oh,
ready?
Pesto.
Picture of Pesto. I'm gonna put it up for the YouTube. That's Pesto right there, and gone. Listeners, you'll just have to imagine. I think I'm really good at this podcasting stuff.
Oh my god. Okay. I name all of my cats and all the ones that I catch after Italian food because,
as you should.
Believe it or not, I know I don't look it. I am Italian.
What are you talking about?
My blonde hair and pale skin. I know I don't look
Gabagoo.
Italian. I have seen all the Sopranos. And I've seen all the Godfathers. So I'm Italian.
Done.
But no, my whole dad's side is all Italian. And I just have like my mom's tiny like Irish German gene in me. But I am Italian, so I name all the cats I catch after Italian food. So my personal cats are named Pesto, Ravioli, and Cannoli. And I have adopted all 3 of them. I found Cannoli actually under my porch. And then so I have 4 foster cats that are Mo.
These are up for adoption.
You
can buy these cats.
Mo. I didn't name Mo. His real name is Mofo because he's Lydia's words, one big motherfucker. So his name's Mofo, but we call that's what Kyler and I, we have Mo, and so we nickname him Mozzarella. So he's Mo. Mm-hmm. And then we have Risotto.
This feels like a smosh
Risotto.
Video.
I call him Riz because he rizzed me up. I was getting groceries out of my car, and he literally came up to me and like rizzed me up.
Oh my god, I didn't know he like walked up to you.
He fully rizzed me up, and I straight up picked him up, and I said, "Are you gonna let me bring you inside?" And he was just letting me hold him, and I went, "Okay, you're coming inside." And I tossed him.
Catch of the day.
I tossed him into my foster room, and I went, "Well, now you're inside forever, dude."
Like, I hope you're happy with your decision.
And Riz had abscesses like on his butt, so I think he was like injured, and he wanted help. So I think that's why he wanted me to catch him. So we have those 2, and they're 2 black little boys. I love them so much.
Cute.
And then I caught a litter of kittens. 4 of them, but I only have 2 of them now. 2 of them went somewhere else. The first 2 I caught were Cacho and Pepe.
They were adorable.
They were really cute. And then they're at another foster. And then the other 2 I caught were Salami and Margarita. We call her Rita. Margarita has like this like rare genetic disease that she is going to get surgery at Ohio State University by a specialist. It's called PRAA, persistent right aortic arch. I mean, like, it's like this whole thing.
It's a whole thing.
You can Google if you want, but like, there's and it's not a GoFundMe, but it's called Give Butter. Right there. Link in the bio.
Link in the bio.
To donate. But we need like a lot of money for her surgery. It like causes like there's like a ligament on her esophagus, causes her to throw up painfully. She threw up last night. It was really like hard.
Poor girl.
It was like really sad.
She's so little.
She is really little. She's only 2 pounds. She's gaining some weight. But
That's good.
Her siblings are like 4, almost 5 pounds now, and they're the same age, and she's only 2 pounds. So she's a lot smaller because she outside she would just throw up everything that she ate basically. So we have to feed her sitting up in a bib, and I have to put a bib on her because it's a watered down wet food diet. Yeah, there's a pic.
We're catching on. This could become a thing.
And so she just needs a lot of like care, and it's really overwhelming, honestly, having as many foster cats as I do.
Of course, yeah.
Because Margarita is so
she takes up so much.
Yeah. And so, but another thing is, because it's just my life of cats.
Mm-hmm.
But Risotto has we're pretty sure he has Giardia because he was blowing up the litter box, like pooping blood. And so they're all on this like medication right now because they all share a litter box. Mm-hmm. And so they're all on this medication. They'll be done on Monday. And so hopefully after Monday,
it'll be
Risotto and Salami, because Salami is this orange boy. He's a kitten. He's going to get adopted so fast. And Risotto is just like, he's like a cutie little, like black. Yeah. He's like a young cat.
He's like thin and sweet looking.
And so I think they're perfect for, we like have a Petco that we put them in like kennels and stuff. So I think they're going to go to Petco next week. And then I'll be left with Mo, who's 3-legged. Love Mo. We love Mo.
Listen, Cat, if you're listening to this, my cat that I own, her name is Cat.
Her name is Cat.
We love her.
She's also a black void.
I love her. She's a black long-haired cat. I fucking love her. I love her. But anyway, if she would let me have Mo come into the house with everyone, like I would love nothing more. Yeah. However, I think that she would probably kill. No, she'd just be mean.
Yeah, if you introduce properly, maybe,
right? Anyway,
I mean, here's the thing. Kyler's friends were over yesterday.
Is it
his friends Sam and Gavin?
Oh,
they were over and they were meeting them, and they both. Sam really wanted risotto, but she can't, and like Gavin really wanted salami, and he was like, I can't. They were both like, and I'm like, here, I'm not the guy to like push a cat on you, but I think you should.
But like, here's the cat.
Want Mo. And we already have a person that's like interested in adopting Rita.
Really? Mm-hmm. That's amazing.
Yeah. But
anything else?
I've been swamped with cats, and
so many cats.
Yeah, we just Kyler's birthday was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Oh my god, happy birthday, Kyler!
Happy birthday, Kyler. He gets so upset now that I keep going, happy birthday, and he's like, my birthday was literally 2 weeks ago.
Happy birthday, Kyler!
So his friends came this weekend. Gavin and Sam came over Friday night.
Fun.
Partied.
Okay. Went a little crazy.
Yeah, we found oh my god, Leia, we found a massive slug in our house.
A slug?
A slug. I'll send you the
Pull
pic.
Up a pic.
I'll send you the pic so you can like put it right here. If you're squeamish, don't look.
A little slug?
Dude, I screamed. It was so big.
Is he like a cute slug? Or like a scary slug? Wait, oh my god. He's so big.
Dude, I went to go grab something in our laundry room.
That's like
and I screamed and they were like
slug.
They were like, what is that? And then this wait, no, that's no. Kyler,
oh my god.
Here, I'll send you this one too. Put this picture up. Kyler grabbed it to take it outside, and Gavin, our friend, was fully drunk, and he was like, "Wait, get a picture of me with the slug." This is like, it deserves like a Nobel Prize. Like, it needs to be the cover of Time magazine. Like,
I think this is like Person of the Year's the slug. Oh wow, what a cutie!
So we found a slug. It was really, really gross.
That's crazy.
Oh, this was Gavin with salami.
So cute.
Anyways, we did that. We birdied. I have been really a big fan of Topo Chico hard seltzers.
I have not even had one.
Have you ever had Topo Chicos?
I'm not a big fan of sparkling water.
Get that?
So
I wasn't either.
But I'm open. I'm open to learn to love.
They're a way better version of White Claws. I really recommend them.
Really?
Topo Chico hard seltzers.
Okay. So good. Yeah. All right.
So yummy. So we did that. We hung out. And then Saturday, Michael and Molly came down.
Ooh!
Oh my god! Friends Mike and Molly. The show.
The show. Plug
Melissa McCarthy. And that guy.
That guy.
I don't know his name. So Michael and Molly came down, and then we went thrifting.
fun. Did you find anything good?
I
haven't been thrifting in so long.
I did find something good. I should have wore it today, but I didn't. What
did you find? What did you find?
Do you know whenever the Red Cross was doing the donating blood?
Is it the Snoopy?
You found
a Snoopy?
I found a 2X of
Dude.
the Snoopy. Yeah. I kept showing people, and I was like, and everyone was like, "Damn, that's a good find." I'm really insane,
dude. Like that is like people were fiending.
I know
over.
I wanted it so
like,
bad.
I am so scared. I have like the arachnophobia.
What is
I said almost arachnophobia, which is true. The needle fear, whatever it is. But like I was ready to like maybe put it all on the line to get a Snoopy.
We can split it. We can share it.
Oh, we can share
co-ownership.
You get one sleeve, I get the other.
Yeah. But I've been really into the peanuts because Bagoo. I also got a Bagoo. It's coming in the mail soon. It's the Snoopy one.
Oh my god, which one? I've seen that. I know that I've seen the one that what is it? He's in the pumpkin patch. Or
no, it's not that one.
Oh, okay, I like that one. I saw that one at Wild Card.
Snurpy.
I thought it was so cute.
Burger.
Also, listeners, I'm really sorry that every time I keep grabbing my mug, that one. This is fucking cute.
Yeah.
The big ass coat.
I really
love
like
him.
it because if I decide I don't want to wear Snoopy, it has like a plain back.
That's so smart.
Yep. So I got that.
Oh my
god!
I was really
into Snoopy, and then I found the Red Cross thing.
I can't wait for you to wear those two together.
Dude, it's gonna go hard.
It's fucking
really actually gonna go hard.
I'm gonna freak out.
So yeah,
that's like Instagram main feed.
Yeah. We went thrifting.
That's amazing.
And then we went to the waterfront and kind of just walked around and went to a bunch of stores.
Nice.
I got these pants from Target.
These pants are incredible.
Target. Kyler got new shoes.
Did he?
Got New Balances.
Ooh, okay, Papa.
I'm trying to think of anything else we did. Oh, and then we went to Burgatory.
Yum.
Ate that shit up.
I haven't had Burgatory in a long
Ate that shit up. So yummers. Went to Barnes and Noble. Got a couple books.
Hell yeah. You've done so much more than me this time.
I feel like I haven't. I feel like I just did a lot.
You do
this
like
weekend.
Fun things.
Yeah, I do like. I have like 2 days where I do a lot of things, and then I rot in bed. But I also feel like I have this tendency to, and I'm trying to schedule an appointment with a therapist because I think I overschedule myself and I get really overwhelmed. And I also have a really bad tendency to be a really bad texter. And I think one thing about me is if you become my friend, you have to accept that I might not text you back for a week.
I accept really bad, that, and like, that's fine.
And here's the thing. I think some people understand that. I think some people don't. But I understand if people don't. Like, it's not a cool thing.
I mean, I do.
Me having a therapy appointment with yap24.
And that's what we show up here for every single fucking day.
Oh, and then another thing I did, I went to Tina's.
Yay, Tina's again!
With my baby girl Camille. Got drinks. Had really lovely drinks. She's something that I will never be. She is a martini, a dry martini girl.
Oh, good for her.
And I tried a sip of it, and man,
this makes me want to.
It's really gross. But here's the thing: I also don't like olives, and so I think I forget what the thing is, but they got it like extra. Is it extra?
It's what, extra dry or something?
Extra dry, where it's like more olive juice or something. And they're just really gross. And I think
that's extra wet.
I don't know. I don't know what it is.
I don't know.
But here's the thing. I think they look really classy. I think it's a really adult beverage. She looked beautiful drinking it, but man, oh man, I wanted to throw up after taking a sip of it. Like,
horrible. It's the vermouth. The vermouth is gross.
Just all of it. She also got it 50-50, where it was like half vodka and half gin.
Girly, why is she sprucing? Love you. Why are you sprucing it up like that?
I think like the bartender like recommended it, but I couldn't do it.
That's a lot. I could not do that.
But like,
either.
here's the thing: it does. It looks so classy.
Yeah.
And I wish I could be, but I'm just not. I'm more of a gin and tonic, a fun bevy drink.
Gin and tonic still is like pretty like
gin and tonic. It never does me wrong.
I feel like I am
Tanqueray lime gin, extra lime.
Ooh, extra lime.
Extra lime. Always.
I feel like every time that I walk up to the bar, I go, can I please get a Diet Coke and rum? And they're just like, whose fucking grandpa are you ordering?
They're like,
for?
let me see your ID.
And my pucky. That's
my
always
my
what I
go-to was
say.
always like whenever I first turned 21.
That was my is kind of still my
I
go-to.
was like, can I get a vodka cranberry?
Yeah.
And then I got really over cranberry juice so fast.
So quick.
And then I was like, a vodka Red Bull. And then my heart couldn't take it anymore. And so I was like, okay, what's a go-to drink that I can get at a bar? And I really love
I've been liking a Paloma. A Paloma. A Paloma.
I really love a good Paloma.
I love a really good Paloma.
I love a Paloma.
I've only just recently been having them, and they're really
Palomas
nice.
are good, yeah.
They're really good.
Yeah.
Tequila with grapefruit juice or something, and club soda.
Yeah, I love that. At Purgatory, I got a drink called a strawberry basil shag.
How was it?
It was really yummy.
Was it refreshed?
So here's the thing, it had vodka in it, but I asked for gin instead because I'm a gin girl. I think vodka just tastes like rubbing alcohol, and I think it ruins a lot of drinks.
I think
it's overpowering, and I think gin complements a lot of drinks.
This is a really, really
Hot
good,
take.
very abrupt segue that you're talking about gin, Jura and Rosa. You know, sometimes I feel like I probably shouldn't be the one to bring us back. But anyway.
In summary, Leia was like, hey, so let's stop fucking yapping.
In summary, I'm like, oh shit, we've been yapping for like a hot damn minute.
Well, we're only at the 46-minute mark.
We're only at the 46-minute mark. Are we
the last podcast was an hour and a half.
It was. I think we're good. Me, who I think does not look like the screen's on.
I can't even see us anymore.
I think it's fine. It's probably fine.
I think we would have heard it.
I think so too.
Should we check? I think Leia wants to check.
No, I'm gonna be confident. I'm gonna be confident that we can yap about it.
Here, wait. Now I wanna check. Hold my mic. Hold my mug.
Hold my mug. So, while we view in this beautiful interlude, I would like to do a shout out to our sponsor today, which is a combination of Scooby-Doo snacks. I have this matcha latte, iced latte that is not too bad. And some popcorn or chips. It's so not recording, is it? The positions that Abby is getting into. Anyway. Oh! I just heard a beep. Oh. We'll see. I'm just gonna keep yapping because I think that's what I'm good at.
So I think we have to do another clap.
Well, okay, we at least just hit record again, so we'll see how much it got. And if it has to go black for a little bit, sorry guys. Hey.
Okay, so now I can see us again.
Oh,
I think
good.
the screen just went black.
Okay.
So let's do a quick little clap
Go ahead.
again.
Ready? It's not a yap pod without us.
Not a second clap.
Without a second clap.
Yeah, so I think we were still recording. I think it was fine.
I think it's fine.
But I did end it.
I'm glad. No, this makes me feel better. This makes me feel like there's maybe something recording.
Yeah, no, we're good. I think we're
us
good.
both.
Is it in focus? Is it in focus? I could not tell you.
And that's fine.
And that's fine. If it's a little out of focus, I think that's the least of our problems. Anyways, back to the pod.
Back to the pod!
After that interlude.
I would love to talk about the movie
I would
Ginger and Rosa.
I know this is not what you guys came to watch the podcast for.
No.
But we'll get to it.
Well, I guess we'll talk about it. So.
Yeah.
I have a lot to say about this movie.
I do too. My first note was female director, let's go. And also,
and I was so excited.
Okay, Oppenheimer, because it opened with the atomic bomb, the mushroom cloud
totally
footage.
Did. It did. Okay, Op. Maybe that's where Christopher
Okay,
Nolan
Ginger and
idea.
Rosenheimer. Yeah, I can come up with puns too, Leia.
Oh yeah, that's a clip.
Clip that. Chat, clip that.
Clip that.
Clip that, chat.
Yeah, as soon as I noticed that we were in war times, I'm not gonna lie, guys, I got a little sad. I got a little like, oh,
sad.
it's a history movie. I gotta pay attention now.
Yeah.
But the 60s were
60s.
cool.
It opens in 1945 of
Mhm.
of the moms giving birth.
Which
Beautiful
this
opener.
sequence, it was beautiful, but I was very confused.
I was too.
It did take me.
I said
a
the
minute.
opening. The opening reminded me a lot of the Up opener, but shorter, and no one died.
Yeah. That's really good.
It was a very quick summary of like the beginning.
Yes, it
of
was
like the story.
very much like, here we are.
Yeah.
We're back in.
And I also put at some point, if we had been watching it together, I feel like 10 minutes in we probably would have turned it off.
And I couldn't agree more. But no,
I
persevered. I
watched
watched this shit. Look at all these notes.
Dude, oh my god.
The first note that I have, because I'm not gonna lie, this whole intro, love you, Sally. I think it was great. I was so like not in it for a minute. But when we see Ginger and Rosa and they're starting to like hang out. The moment that this is so stupid that I wrote this, and this is literally the first comment, is Rosa puts 2 cigarettes in her mouth and Ginger lights it, and I was like, that's kind of fucking dope.
That was hot.
I was like, that was some good choreo there.
That was pretty hot.
And Ginger fully choking on the cigarette, beautiful. I mean, exactly what nicotine feels like.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Don't smoke, kids.
Don't smoke. Don't do drugs.
Unless you're a little drunk.
That's
And
probably
it doesn't count then.
No. Anyway, I also in their sequence of like us seeing that they are friends and yada yada, I loved the perks of a wildflower moment in the
convertible.
in the little convertible.
I almost wrote that down, but I was like, I feel like Leia will get it too.
yeah, I literally wrote that down immediately. And I also in that sequence loved. I'm just gonna keep bam, bam, bam.
I really you need to show your notes because I don't even know how you're reading. One thing about Leia is her handwriting. I love Leia to death. Leia is a beautiful person inside and out.
I think we said this last pod too.
Her handwriting is whoa.
So
I can't read it. Oh, wow, you did front and back.
So for this pod today, I grabbed whatever notebook was closest, and it was this little cutie guy.
Smart because you went old school because they were writing stuff. Oh, I should have did that.
Oh, see, I just write because I don't think I've learned this about myself of like typing is so meaningless to me anymore. Like I've realized with emails, people will be like, "Oh, hello, like this happened in an email." I can't remember that, but like if I wrote something down, I feel like it's the mind to pen connection. I just feel really grounded.
Speak on it.
I just also wanted to mention that I loved for straightening her hair because that's how I feel like I did mine fucking today.
Dude,
was on the ironing board.
Yeah, it was an ironing board, and Rosa had her hair on an ironing board, and she had an iron, and she was ironing it. And I literally,
loved it.
At some point, I literally went, "Did they do that like normally back then?"
I have no idea, but like that's what I should have done.
You're skipping a lot of head.
Really fast. Back up.
There's a scene where they are making out in an alley.
Oh my god, yes.
So
the 2 girls.
Rosa is making out with a guy, Ginger's making out with a guy. They're next to each other and they keep making eye contact. They're making out with 2 separate guys separately but next to each other. I would die of embarrassment. Like I don't know if I could do that.
I literally was thinking like if we would have that scenario happen and I would curl
I
up
would literally
into
be
a
like,
ball.
what the fuck are we doing?
I'd be like, I love you, go away.
The mom actor wasn't really that great. Her name was Nat in the movie.
Nah.
The line delivery just wasn't really my fave. You keep going. One of my notes was, I can't tell if this is gay or not.
For the longest time. Oh my god, especially when it was in that alley scene of when they're making out. I thought that they were like, I thought it was gonna be a gay thing.
I thought it was gonna be a gay thing.
And boy, did the tables turn.
It kind of was a little bit at the end.
I mean, I think so. They
did have a gay couple in it.
They did have a gay couple.
Mark 1 and Mark 2. We'll get into that because I had the fuck idea who they were. They introduced them and I'm like, who the fuck are you guys?
I think I finally understood whenever he referenced himself as, or she said like Godfathers, and I was like, I would have never picked that up.
Yeah.
But I would love to also point out real quick, we love 60s activism. We love little Ginger.
We love progressives.
Questioning and I will say
it's very relevant to the times that we're in right now.
was gonna say, Ginger really resonated with me because it, like, I really was like, damn, this just feels so current of, like, especially with, not to get too political, but like with just with everything going on in life, of how like everything is trash 24/7. Me putting a blanket statement so I don't say anything particularly. Everything's garbage, and so I totally recommend. I totally resonate with her of like, oh my god, you guys are thinking about all of these other things when the whole world is burning and all of this stuff is happening.
Yeah.
So love her for that. Felt very seen through her character.
Yes. I wrote.
I love this office setup you have.
My notes. Whenever I was watching the movie, I want you to picture this. Okay. I'm in my bed. I wake up. I'm like, so here's the thing. One thing about us, and I was telling Kyler this, I think we should continue doing it because the movie stays fresh in our head. Yes. We watch the movie day of.
I'm not gonna lie, this has been incredible. I did just see that. Did you see what they do? Did they look in the camera? It was scary. He's riding a bike. Okay, for the listeners, we just had this isn't even live on podcast places yet. We just had a bicycle man go behind the car in the parking lot.
Probably in camera too. But imagine this: I wake up, I turn over on my belly, flip open my iPad, and I watch the movie. And one thing I wanted to write was I started writing it. This film is British. They are in England. They have a lot of British companies that in the beginning there was like the BFI, like a lot of British companies. You can tell it's a British film.
It's fucking British.
It's painfully slow. It's that I had to. I don't think I would have gotten through it if I didn't put it at 1.25 speed. I sped it up because it was so painfully slow.
I'm really glad you brought it up because I was not going to admit that I fully, like, I did start sitting down.
What speed did you put it at?
I didn't change the speed. Oh. I did, I'm going to go make my breakfast and put the laptop, like, over here and, like, make breakfast and, like, look over sometimes.
No, I fully put it at 1.25 speed because it was so
I did feel
British.
Like you finished it.
I know, Leia was like, I'm watching it. And I was like, yeah, I have 50 minutes left. Like 5 minutes later, I'm like, I'm done. I was like, oh. Because I watched like the first like 10 minutes of it, and it's just,
Jesus
Christ.
The thing,
British movies
they're
are
just so slow.
They have like something about finishing. They're very just a slow movie, and so I had to put the speed up.
Oh my god, you know what? It reminds me of. Do you remember the movie we watched in fucking history? Like one of the in school in college, not one, just one of the British ones that we hated so much. It was so slow. It's not the piano, but there was another one that it was like tomfoolery or whatever. There was yeah, we'll get into that lore. Don't you even worry. But no, there was another British movie that we both hate. Like I think With Love, I just think that the British do not really need.
They just don't know pace well. I think.
Nar. Which brings us to why we have the mugs of because
that's what I was getting to.
Constantly.
Let me put the kettle on.
I've got to put the kettle on.
Let me put the kettle on. Make a cuppa.
Like a cup of tea. Mom. Sorry.
Where was I going with this?
So sorry. I've taken the train and I've fully derailed us. Like at least 4 times in a row, I do believe.
I don't know. I don't remember where I was going with any of that.
We were talking about the tea and it being British and it being slow.
Slow. Yeah.
And you did the time.
I lost it. It's gone.
It's gone in the wind.
Let me go through my notes.
It was very, very, very slow.
I was talking about imagining me watching it.
Oh yeah. Okay, so we're laying in bed.
I'm laying in bed, turn over my tummy.
I'm with you.
I'm on my iPad. I watch the movie. I have my phone. My notes app is open, and I'm just I'm watching, and then I'm typing, watching, and then I'm typing. That's how I did my notes.
That's pretty much what I did.
We circled back. Because my notes is literally just like a line. Because I would just like watch something and I would be like, let's go progressive. Writing poetry while your parents fight was me with Wii Bowling. Like imagine like your parents are on the verge of divorce and I'm like trying to get a strike. And that's her. That's her with writing poetry.
Oh my god.
Or it's like the Or it's like the my parents are literally like talking about an affair, and I'm trying to do the Just Dance, trying to get
Oh my god, trying to do Rasputin.
That's me. Yep.
Yeah, my notes are very, very similar where they're all one-liners. Like I wrote, not the accordion by the fire serenade.
Wait, where is that? Hold on.
It was kind of
hold on.
So I believe that in the movie, I don't think it's Nat. I think it's Rosa's mother, which I don't remember her name. Sorry, love you. There's at one point where Ginger comes down the stairs and her Rosa best friend's mom is sitting by the fire and she's playing an accordion and singing softly. And oh wait, maybe it was Nat. But anyway, she comes down and she's like, would you like a cup of tea?
What is it called? What's the intro?
Accordion.
I called it an organ. I said just casually playing the organ or whatever. And
he's just like
she's by a fire.
It's the 60s. Why are you doing that? But okay.
I put the dad is obviously going to have an affair with Rosa.
Oh, immediately! I literally
they're in the. So imagine this. Imagine they're in a convertible. Okay. Imagine the perks of being a wallflower scene in the tunnel. Okay, they're in a convertible. Rosa and Ginger in the back. The dad's driving. It was a beautiful shot. I will say
it was stunning.
Imagine the mirror. Okay, and you see the dad, and the dad's looking at Rosa, and the Rosa's looking at the dad. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so I want to go into really quick. Being, I don't know if you might get this reference, but for people that do, the whole Rosa and Roland situation, the dad, is that clip from I don't know what show it is.
I'm but really nervous and excited.
It's the your dad's beekeeping age. It's cool. He has a hobby, you know. It's cute. He's into bees, you know. He's beekeeping age. How old is your dad? Yeah, obviously beekeeping age.
Yeah, beekeeping age.
I want to fuck your dad. Like that is the whole dynamic.
That's the whole fucking movie. Honestly.
And also Rosa and Ginger have this whole thing on like a playground where they're like, I don't want to become a mums because they just have all these. That's why all the men leave them. And
I wrote down, no wonder they can't keep their man. I heard Rosa say that line, and I was.
And Rosa literally becomes the mom. She's like making food for him.
That shit was nuts. There's a scene later where Rosa is making dinner with Ginger, and then she tries to play it off like, oh, we're making it together.
Pause. There's a scene earlier where Nat, Ginger's mom, is making...
Yes! I forgot that happened!
The mic just peaked. So yeah, there's a scene earlier where Nat, Ginger's mom, is clearly like aware that her dad is having like affairs. He's a professor or something.
Yeah,
like,
it's some sort of professor.
It's happening with students and
fucking
stuff.
Students.
So he comes home. They're having this weird candlelit dinner where after he turns on the big light.
Also, that scene made me so fucking mad. He's reading a newspaper right next to a light.
He's holding a candle like with flame right here.
Everything's about to
and then later on he turns on a big like fluorescent light.
Because it's the 60s.
But she makes him dinner and he starts to eat it and she's like, aren't you going to say thank you? I made you a pie. I made you your favorite pie. And he goes, thanks.
What do you want me to say?
What do you want me to say? And then it starts this whole fight where he just starts gaslighting her. She starts being emotional.
In front of Ginger. And she's literally, there are so many points in this movie where Ginger's sitting here and a whole ass, like, argument, war is happening, or like sexual whatever. And she's just sitting there like,
So then that happens.
Kill it though.
She makes him her food. And then later on, whenever the whole Rosa and Roland thing are happening, Rosa makes food and she is just kind of standing there watching Roland eat it. It's very
and I don't know if you notice, bring that up though, she doesn't say anything and he specifically says, oh, this is so good, this is beautiful, and it's fucking spaghetti and meatballs made by a
first of all, pause. I wrote somewhere way too much pasta.
Way too much
pasta. It was
they overcooked that shit.
It was so overcooked. Yeah, I agree.
I also wrote what I would literally talk about.
Is that Michelle Pfeiffer? It was Annette Bening.
No, it's the same thing.
I feel like Michelle Pfeiffer looks so much like her.
I can't even think of Michelle Obama. I need to see. But it was kind of nutso seeing how watching Ginger encounter so many things.
Dude, that literally looks like Annette Bening.
Oh, it does. Yeah.
Okay. Anyways.
Yeah. But I could not believe watching
Gay Godfathers.
how many...
Oh my god, to be Ginger.
to be Ginger. How many things? It's so gone. It's so gone. I just kept
sorry,
speaking.
I got you derailed.
No, I was derailing us. Watching Ginger go through so many traumatic events.
Yes.
Like, the whole movie is like what Ginger should show her therapist. And be like,
yeah, like the dad, whenever the mom was like saying like, aren't you gonna thank me for making you pie? He was like, this is emotional blackmail. What the fuck does that mean?
He was so, like, he literally is the type of guy, like, these days.
He's a pacifist.
He'd be like, and you're just trying to gaslight me and make me the villain.
Like, the way she said it, though, she was like, why do you twist my words? That was like the 60s way of saying, stop gaslighting me.
Stop gaslighting me.
Oh, yeah, the big thing is that Roland...
eating the meal with despair, also the same scene. Where he was saying like, oh well, now I have to eat this meal in despair, and like he was like so stupid. Anyway,
Roland is her father, but he doesn't want her to call him. He doesn't want her to call him her father. For some other reason, he was like, I don't think I'm father material.
And that shit drove.
Then he knocks another bitch up.
Another fucking 13-year-old.
Oh my god! Then they go on the boat. So Roland has
this boat scene is nuts,
dude. It's
to me.
Really,
it's like kind of
I got secondhand embarrassment.
I did too.
So Roland and Nat, the parents, they end up splitting up and they go again. So it's a thing that's happened before. They're on the swings and Ginger goes Roland left and they're separated and they both go again. So it's this thing that happens and Roland has this boat. And Roland invites Ginger and Rosa onto the boat. It
first invites Rosa, and Rosa invites Ginger.
No, that's the second time.
Oh.
That's the second time. Sorry. That's the second time. Sorry. They go on the boat, and they're underneath, and he goes, oh, what's better than this? And then she goes, it's really romantic. Next to her best friend, talking to her dad. It's so cringy. Like, how
and he's like, yeah.
He's like, yeah. And then he goes into another room. They're sleeping, and this little bitch starts crying to classical music.
and Ginger has to be like, he does that.
It happens with Schubert.
Yeah,
how is that a turn on of him crying to classical? Look here,
every single night he cries to classical music. Like that's it's a just repetitive thing in the movie.
That's a little too much.
It's crazy.
And Rosa just keeps going like, I think I understand your dad. Like I think I understand Roland.
I think we really connect on a deeper level.
I understand him. Like it was like one of those things. Rosa with Roland felt like if Roland tried to get into a fight, she'd be like, Roland, look at me. This isn't you. This isn't you, Roland. I know you.
I know you.
That's the type of I loved it. But that's the type of vibe that I got. Yeah, see, are you cold? So that's the thing. They wear turtlenecks in the movie, and Leia and I really wanted to wear our turtlenecks.
I'm cashing in on mine.
Here's the thing: it's 90 degrees outside, and
it's about 30 negative in here.
And so we brought our turtlenecks just in case, but I'm very comfortable. Oh, I'm not wearing it.
This is nice.
But here, imagine this.
Yeah, imagine. Okay, yeah, because they do this thing at the beginning of the movie as well, where they're going through somebody's mother's closet. I don't fucking remember who.
It's after like the boat thing, and then Rosa goes into the closet, and she goes, "Is that my mom's?" And she goes, "Yeah." So
and
she's trying to wear. Rosa's trying to wear her mom's clothes to like be like, I'm grown for Roland. But imagine me in the turtleneck, okay? But I'm not gonna wear it because
no, and that's why it's a prop.
But it's totally set dressing. Oh yeah, so the boat scene that happens.
Boat scene was nuts.
That's the first boat scene, and then
I have a beautiful gay uncle quote I would like to say.
Yes, go.
So,
yeah, she has these weird. Okay, let's get into Mark 1.
Mark and Mark. Yeah, I would love for you to pop it because I feel like this is your passion. It's Mark 1 and Mark.
So all of a sudden they introduce Ginger comes down and Wormtail is there with Anushka, Rose's mom, and Nat, Ginger's mom.
Yeah.
And he's just kind of sitting there, and I was like, who the fuck is this guy? They don't introduce him at home what the relation is until I'm not even joking, 20, maybe 30 minutes later.
On one hand, it's kind of cool that we were getting to see the intimate moments between people where it's like, oh, it's not them going, oh, here, your Uncle Matt.
That's true.
But I guess, I still was confused. Sorry.
Sorry, so, Sally. So there's Mark 1, who is Wormtail, and then Mark 2, who is Uncle from the Bear.
It sounds like if you took this clip out of context, it sounds like we're talking about robots.
Mark 1 and Mark 2. And then they have a female friend named Bella. But they're Mark 1 and Mark 2, based on what we can only assume is just one single kiss on the forehead, is that they're gay.
Yeah, and that's all I need.
That's all you need to just be like, okay, they're gay couple.
Gay. And that's all we can
Mark
show.
2 is American.
Yes.
Mark 1 is not. And
Mark 1's very British.
Randomly, there's another guy that just shows up at that table where I called him Mark 3 because they didn't give him a name, and I was like, who the fuck is Mark 3? There's just another random guy in the group that is only there for one scene. But anyways, they're her godfathers.
I believe they're godfathers. They
Bella,
mention it one line. They mention it.
Yeah, Annette Bening mentions it one time, saying like, "Oh, your godfathers mentioned this," and I think Mark 1 has known Nat
for a long
since
time.
they've been kids or something like that.
Yeah.
So that's the lore of. And they keep randomly showing. They're like role model figures for her. They're like more parents to her than her actual parents.
Yeah, they're like who she gets to confide in, which is nice, which is good because they also are super into the whole progressive part of the movie of everyone trying to go against this missile.
Yes.
What is it? Cuban Missile Crisis.
Cuban Missile Crisis.
So I would like to read a quote that I wrote down because I honestly, Mark 1 kind of popped off on this shit. In talking to Ginger, don't you want to be a young girl for just a little while longer? You'll be a woman soon enough. And when I heard that, I was like, owie. I was like, God damn it.
Whenever they were at the end, whenever he was saying like, oh, Ginger's not a child anymore. He was like, yes, she might not be, but she still needs looking after.
Yeah, that shit hurted. I was like, damn.
So they're more of parents to her and look out for more than her actual parents. Because like Roland's on this fucking high horse of like, I'm a pacifist. God's an invention. She's not a child anymore.
Dude,
like,
I literally
you don't have to go to school if you don't want to.
I hate him.
And then I put so after the first boat scene, they come after the second boat scene. Yeah, they talk about so then Rosa starts to write Roland, which I don't really get.
Yeah, this is weird. It's
another one-off. I guess it's kind of like texting back then. She started to
True.
She started to write him. She was like, I can't decide if I want to put Dear Roland or Dearest Roland.
This whole movie, I just need to understand, like, I was not at all in for whenever we were like, every moment that Rosa is just so happy to be talking about flirting with Ginger's dad to her dad.
Yeah. And
could you imagine going to Kyler and being like, I'm writing Barry next week?
No, that's like I really cringed at that. Oh my god. But so then they talk about it and they're starting to fight over Roland basically.
Of like, and he's like, my dad.
Yeah,
and
she's
I'm
like
in love with him.
She's like, but I understand him.
He gets me.
And so
I can fix him. She says I can fix him.
She literally says I can fix him. And then Ginger decides to move out of her mom's place and move in with Roland. Because like he kind of brainwashed her into thinking that like her mom was like this crazy, and here's the thing, she was definitely emotional, but like he was like, oh, she's emotional.
Neither of them should be parents.
And so she decides to move out and live with Roland. And then Rosa's like, Roland invited me on the boat, and he was like, you can come if you want.
That's what I was talking about
Roland
earlier.
thinks you should. And she's like, what do you mean should? So they get on this boat together again. This is the second boat scene. And Roland and Rosa are like, literally like this. And he goes, and she goes, shh.
She is literally like sitting on his
fucking dick.
And
Ginger's just like,
and Ginger's like having her little
moment
at the top of the boat.
Imagine if you had ever been a third wheel, and imagine it with your dad and childhood best friend. Imagine that. It's like a million times worse, probably.
And they're 13.
They're not 13. They're definitely like 16, 17. It's still bad, but they're not 13. But then
how could Roland?
But it gets worse.
It does. Go ahead. It gets so much worse.
After the boat, they go back to Roland's place, and Ginger's trying to read poetry as Roland is fucking her best friend and she hears them moaning.
This scene is I really love this scene of the, like, how it was shot, in the sense of,
she's
she's
visibly shaking because she's trying to read and not focus on her best friend
getting
railed by her dad. And like, you hear the dad go, shh, and she goes,
She like, and I rewound that shit back. I went, hold on, because Rosa is literally like, she's like singing.
She's like, I want Ginger to hear.
Yeah,
like, and then Ginger covers her head with a pillow.
That scene was beautiful.
And then they have the dinner sequence where they reveal her real name is Africa.
Which, can we talk about this?
She said, my dad named me Africa.
What was it? Because it's representative of, like, the women in Africa.
I can't remember.
Something progressive. Because I'm such a pacifist person. It's the rain down and out.
That's why I really named her Africa. I literally put, bro, Rosa said she didn't want to be like their moms, but is literally trying to turn into Ginger's mom.
Literally.
Yeah. That's so much pasta.
It was so much pasta. I did think it was really interesting to see with how Rosa was trying to, like, grow up and mature, how Ginger would, like, follow in her footsteps, with the eyeliner, and
it's like she's trying to turn into her mom.
Yeah.
I have a note where, like, I think Rosa was a terrible person, like,
100%.
But I really loved the appearance change through it, because in the beginning of the movie, she was like this grungy teen, who, like, clearly
messy hair,
grungy, like, activist, and then she realized that she was getting the attention of an older guy, so she started to dress up more, put her hair up, put more makeup on, and she started to turn into like a person that would dress maybe like his age to try and get his attention more.
It was really cool.
I really like enjoyed seeing the visual perspective of that.
And then on top of that, you see Ginger, who is like, she loves her best friend and wants to follow in her footsteps, so you're seeing her mirroring her.
She's like, Rosa's putting on eyeliner because she's clearly going to go on a date with her dad.
With her fucking dad. And she knows that she's going, like, how did they just not talk about it for the whole movie?
It's been so interesting watching. It was so interesting watching them. At the beginning of the movie, they, like, really jump a lot throughout their friendship, where they do everything together. Like, they try to, like, fit denim better to them, so they sit in a tub.
I did love that
and
scene.
they're doing everything together.
Get a lot of cars. They get into a lot of random people's cars.
They do, like, hitchhiking, where they get into cars. And they do everything together. And then it's so, like, that was, like, the first time where, like, Rosa was, like, doing eyeliner, and she was like, here, you can try it, and Rosa leaves.
She fucking left.
So they don't do anything together anymore.
It was that was heartbreaking.
Yes.
Oh,
and then during the dinner scene where Rosa made the pasta, Roland had a little too much wine, and he goes, Rosa, you're just so beautiful, and he goes, come here.
And
then he comes, and then they're cutting, like, and it's so, like, Rosa notices that, like, she feels the awkward, because Ginger is literally looking at them crying. And then Roland sits down, he's like, and then he turns to Ginger and goes, oh, fuck.
And I'm like, does nothing, and then we just move on.
And then they move on.
And right after that scene, I'm pretty sure, is whenever Ginger
goes back to
her mom. She pops in with her
and her mom looks happy and thriving and painting.
Dude, I want to talk about this.
I literally go,
this shit is nuts.
I go, now, maybe your mom wasn't so crazy, huh, Ginger? After your dad was a gaslighter whore.
I just, like, I could not believe, I was just thinking from Ginger's perspective of, I just moved in with my dad, who's a whore, who's dating my best fucking friend. Whore slut man, who is dating my 13-year-old best friend. And now I'm going to my mom, who was depressed and crazy before, and now when I see her, she's painting and doing her hobbies again because I left. That is all I could think about, is like, she finally moved out. As I think I remember a line of her mom saying something along the lines of, like, oh yeah, I got back into painting, well, when you, and, like, never finished it because she fucking left and didn't have to be a mom.
I didn't even think of that.
Because neither of these people should be parents.
Should have been parents, yeah.
Neither of
Damn,
these
I didn't
people
even
should
think
be
of that.
parents. So then she goes to her mom and she's like about to be like, oh, my dad's such a horror.
Can I move back
Can I
in
move
with
back
you?
in? And mom is so happy.
No,
and then she goes like,
well, no, the
never
mom
mind.
was like, I
I'll make a
thought,
bed
I thought
for
it was,
you.
yeah, she was like, I'll make up a bed for you, but she was like, I thought I was just so terrible.
Oh yeah, I thought it was
And
so
then
terrible and
it's just like the classic, like I just thought I was a
Gaslight.
terrible mother.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ginger's like, okay, well, fuck it. Like, I don't want to live with you anymore now, I guess,
Yeah.
because you're still terrible. And you clearly don't want me here.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Clearly.
And then,
oh, I did write that, I would, by the end of the movie, I was busting into laughter every single time that Rosa was talking about Roland in any capacity. It was like she was using the same poetic, or like the stupid fucking college professory way that Roland would talk, is then she would talk about how she enjoyed him, and like, we just get each other, you know, it was just so intense when we were talking. Intense. It was so intense. Shut up.
Yeah, and then like Roland comes in and talks to Ginger, and he's like, I know you won't understand. He was like, but it's a siren call to fall in love. And I was like, yeah, did you fall in love with her whenever she was a fucking baby? Whenever you fucking knew her?
You fucking met her?
You've known her since she was literally in her mom's fucking stomach. That's disgusting.
We hate predatory
and then
behavior.
He was like, I just keep it between us. Don't tell your mom.
Yeah, he says this when Ginger is going to bed, clearly upset. This is post dinner scene where she just saw them like making out, basically. And he's like, oh yeah, just like don't tell your mom.
And I literally go tell your mom, Ginger. Fuck Rosa.
Fuck Rosa. I will say one positive I can get out of this is I do think they had really good locations. And they established them really well, like especially the ending of when we're at the hospital and we're waiting and like the sun is coming up and everything, like that was pretty.
So Rosa confesses to Ginger that she thinks she's pregnant, and I literally put she's pregnant, and I literally put I typed that before she said it. Know that. I literally go know that I knew before she said it.
I was writing down the words pregnant. I could not believe it.
She's turning into the things that they said they won't.
And that's a metaphor.
Now Ginger's hailing alone in cars. She's hailing cars alone. She's doing stuff alone because to
show that her best
Rose is not there.
Is not there anymore.
And so then she goes to a protest to like kind of like she's like oh my god, like my best friend just got knocked up by my dad. Gross. Is that her sibling?
Bomb.
Is that her sibling? I know she takes out.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And so she's trying to like take out her anger into like saving the world. She's trying to save the world all by herself. And so she goes to this protest where she meets Bella and Annette Bening's character, and they get arrested. And then they get arrested. And I was like, dude, I should have looked this up, but I can, but I don't want to. Does England have the right to protest? Like, is it illegal? Hold on,
I don't know. I didn't even know that it would be not allowed, but yeah, I did think it was really interesting of how Ginger is putting all of her feelings into protesting. Oh, okay.
I don't know if it was legal then, but yeah. But yeah, they get arrested.
Yeah, I think it's because they were blocking a roadway.
Maybe.
Of maybe why the cops are like arresting people and taking people out.
Maybe.
Because it was peaceful. But what else? So much.
So then, Mark 1, Mark 2, and Bella come pick up.
From jail.
Her from jail. They bring her home, and I think Ginger just has a full on breakdown now. They bring her home to Natalie, or Nat, and she is breaking down, and like they're like something else is wrong. Like what else? Like this, and she's like, I have to save the world. This missile, and they're like, that is not what's going on. Like what else is going on?
Classic.
She had like the facade of like she didn't want to say what was really going on, and then she finally breaks and says, and Roland is there. He's in a stairwell.
I need you to know this is beautiful
and
blocking.
So
Ginger is sitting here crying. It's Nat in the doorway, and then you see Roland sitting on the fucking stairs like a loser.
And so then she goes, Roland and Rosa are sleeping together. And Nat goes, what? And Nat goes up to Roland, and I mean this in the most respectful manner possible, okay? Nat had a rack. Nat's boobs?
I had no idea what you were going to say, and I did not think it was going to be that.
Nat had a rack. I hadn't noticed it until literally she goes up to Roland, and she's looking down at Roland, and it's a profile of her body.
It is quite literally
Bro, she had a fucking
Good for her.
rack. And I
back hurts.
literally typed, go beat his ass.
Yes!
Because then she starts beating the shit out of him.
As she should.
And then she goes, Rosa! Rosa! How long has this been going on?
It's so good. And then one of the marks comes over and they're like, no, Nat, you can't do this.
And then Nat and Anushka come, or not Nat, Anushka and Rosa come over. It's so awkward. Like, I felt awkward in it.
Dude, when I heard that Nat had called Rosa over,
this is awkward.
I was like, ouchie.
Yeah, and then before they come over, that's the whole scene where, like, Roland's trying to be like, oh, she's not a child anymore. And, like, that's whenever Wormtail's like, she's not a child, but she still needs looking after.
And you're not looking at, literally no, which, again, no one is looking after this girl. And I love the marks. Like, they do, they're there to support her. And I guess they probably don't really know everything that's going on. But literally, there is not one single parental figure in this movie.
No, except for Ginger. Marks.
Except them, they don't even, like, they're not there all the time. No, you know, like, I feel like they should have known.
Yeah, and then Roland gives this whole, like, monologue, and I didn't write anything about it other
tomato.
But I didn't write anything about it other than, Roland, you agitate me.
I think I wrote, like, fuck Roland, we hate Roland.
We hate Roland. And then, Rosa and her mom come, and Rosa, like, clutches her stomach. And then it's a really good scene where Nat looks at how she's holding her stomach. She looks at Ginger, and Ginger nods, and then Nat freaks out and goes upstairs. And then I'm pretty sure she might have died.
Yeah, it is very. They didn't answer it technically.
But then here's the thing: earlier in the movie, Roland says, "I just don't think I'm for the material," and then clearly doesn't know how to fucking use a condom or the pull-out method. And just knocks up another bitch. And then Ginger.
That's classic not father material.
Yes. And Ginger, whenever Rosa says that she's pregnant, Ginger goes, he's just gonna leave you like he did my mom. And she goes, no, he's not.
No, it's different.
It's different. And she goes, no, it's not. And Ginger's right. He's just gonna leave. He's just gonna find another young ass bitch to fucking knock up. And then, then her mom overdoses, they knock on the door, and then Rosa goes, Ginger, forgive me. And then she looks at her and she goes, no.
And she runs down the stairs.
Like, fucking time.
I'm really happy that that's the last fucking time we see that bitch on screen. We got 10 minutes left of the movie, and that's the last time we see her.
There's like fire at the hospital. But then Ginger's writing this poem about Rosa and about
at the very end.
What, like, they were like, we were childhood friends, we did everything together, and then, like, all this stuff happened, and they were like, and then she says, don't you see, I loved you. She loved Rosa. And then she goes, your dream of everlasting love. Oh, you dream of everlasting love, not me. Rosa didn't dream of her, but Ginger dreamt of Rosa.
So is it a gay movie?
That's what I'm just gonna say. I think it kind of
be
is a gay movie because she was like, "Don't you see I loved you?" Yeah. And then she was like, "Will I forgive you?" Like, I will anyway.
Which
like,
that
she'd
shit
forgive her for
broke
anything.
my fucking heart when she said that.
I think she would never forgive her dad because Ginger's dad apologized to her and she turns away and she writes,
ignores it.
She writes that she would forgive Rosa.
Yeah.
And the ending kind of bummed me. I wish we got a little bit more at the end.
Yeah, I loved that it was a really long shot on her writing and it's a one take and no whatever. Like
here's the thing. All I could imagine
the silence on set.
No, not the silence. The scripty saying it's silent of that because they needed the dad to react too. So like they cut the audio and I could just imagine scripty reading the scene of the poem.
Yeah, you're so right.
That's all I could imagine. So there was one take and they're just the scripty was totally just reading the poem. Yeah, and Elle Fanning was like.
And
then all I can imagine. He's like, "You're right." Like finally, when the second the poem ends, he finally goes. he knew his cue was to go. That's all I can imagine.
Oh my god! But that shot was beautiful.
It was pretty good, yeah. But it brought us back to the beginning because in the beginning of the movie, the two moms are giving birth, and it cuts to the two dads on this bench waiting for their mom to give birth because men weren't allowed in, I guess, at the time. And then at the end, it's Ginger and the dad waiting at the bench for the mom.
And she's probably not coming back, dog.
Probably not coming back. And that was the movie.
That was the freaking movie.
So what were your thoughts? Like, what did you think overall?
So here are my thoughts.
Yeah.
I was very impressed that I had my letter grade right away.
Wow.
At
really?
the end.
What was your letter grade?
D.
Whoa! I have to update.
D. So
Whoa.
my letter grade is a D because one, Roland is a dick.
Roland is a dick.
I hate him. Rosa is dumb. And I think that Ginger could do better. Literally, that's it. That's all I did.
I'm
really, I'm really
you
sorry.
You thought about that.
I'm really sorry, A24.
Wow.
I love you a lot. This movie was not it for me. Sally, it just like...
Is this one of your first A24 movies that you really didn't like?
No, on the pod, yes.
On the pod? One for two.
There have not been many, but this was one I don't like. I didn't hate it if I'm at a party and someone says Ginger and Rosa.
What's a movie you guys recommend?
I'm not saying this one, and I don't think, unless someone asked me to rewatch it, I would not personally go out of my way to rewatch this. I just think that it was a movie that was trying to talk about the current times and then roping in this weird best friends hooking up with dads fetish.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to be honest. It's a D for don't watch it. You know what's funny? I didn't think about any of these D things. I just wrote the letter D. All of this has been off the cuff. Abby.
I agree.
Really?
I think I would give it a D. I was going to say a C. But after talking about it, I like more and more. Like, I think the fact that I had to put the speed of the movie faster too
very much shows how
it critiques it. So
it's not an F.
It's not an F. No,
I don't think it's the worst movie.
It was a good movie.
Like, it's fine.
I just don't think I would ever watch it again.
No.
And I don't think and that was another big critique that I got from somebody, Kyler, that we were a little too nice
in the
last movie of us scoring, because he was like, it didn't sound like you guys liked it.
This one I will say I'm very happily like, this is a D.
Yeah.
I think there are moments that make it not an F.
I think last week's episode was like, I think the overall look of the movie made it a higher score for me. But I think this movie, it was very like old-timey, like war style. And so like there wasn't anything that really like made it exceptional.
Do you feel that like cinematically there were some shots that I feel like were beautiful, and then there were others where I was like, you didn't even try.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like we were running out of time, and your AD was like, we gotta turn this shit out right now. Like, I feel like I lost some heart and soul.
And I think there was like
it.
a lot of like unnecessary things in it. The
Agreed.
weird thing is, it was an hour and a half. It was a short movie.
I thought it was 2 hours.
No, it was only an hour and a half.
It felt much longer.
Yeah, that's why I sped it the fuck up.
I should have.
Dude.
I really should have.
And I put it at 1.5, but then I was like, that might be too fast to get like the actual good vibe of the movie, so I put it at 1.25.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I think overall, like the pace was really slow, but again, it's a British film, so you kind of have to like think about it like that.
We should have had another person walked behind the car.
We have extras.
We do have extras in our live studio audience.
But yeah, like it was a British film, so you have to think about it like that. Like a lot of British entertainment is slow,
which I'll get it. But however,
I wanted to do my Harry Styles impression.
Please.
Do you know the interview of him and Niall, where he goes, "We're really funny. The laughs we've had."
That was really good. The laughs we've had.
We're really funny.
You're really good at the end. Like,
funny. We're really funny. The laughs we've had. Yeah.
Harry Styles, is that you?
With my hair transplant and everything.
Here on the pod, I can't believe
we love Harry Styles.
We love Harry Styles. Hair transplant.
You better not do anything bad, because I have a tattoo that says, "You sunshine, you temptress."
I swear to God.
If he does anything bad, I'm gonna beat his little British ass.
With a slow movie by making him watch Ginger and Rosa. Do you have any other thoughts? This has been a beautiful yap session.
This has been a
I feel
really-
very
yeah.
fulfilled.
I think we hit all the critiques. If you guys have any more for us,
Please, with the frame IO,
yeah,
let us know.
comment below or DM us.
Yeah. Do you have anything you'd like to say for the end of the pod?
No, I think that's really it. I think
That's beautiful.
I think we've yapped.
I've had a great time. My tea is out.
My cuppa is empty. Let's put the kettle on.
Let's put the kettle on.
Should we do another hard cut where
a hard cut where we
just
link and it just ends?
Yeah, just like yeah. I mean, you're editing this. We're taking turns editing.
We are taking turns, so you can tell us.
Yeah, you can tell who edits who
does it.
because Leia's is gonna be a hot mess.
No, that is not true. That is not true. Okay. I'm gonna go put the kettle on.
I'm gonna go put the kettle on. Get a cuppa.
Cuppa.
And cut.
And cut. That's a cut.
That's a cut.
Do you think we filmed the whole thing?
Oh, dude, I really hope. Oh, wow. It's what?